right, we on. All right, we the Hebrew Israelites coming out here day in and day out, prophesy the downfall of America, uprising of Israel. That's Kwame Yashala. We're going to give praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, has given His holy name all the exaltation, and His Son, Yahushai, and the Holy Spirit. I'm going to say double honors to the apostles and elders, have been ruling well for decades, and all the salutation to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect families, because everybody's waking up now, you know, and we're just going to go by the Spirit, of course, but I'll open up with a couple of scriptures and whatever the brothers add to it, you know. And we always say that, you know, apostles been heavy up on this being the Roman Empire, you know, America, the representation of the Roman Empire and all those kingdoms that were before us that had us in captivity, a representation of the same thing going on. There's nothing new under the sun, man. So we'll get that scripture, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, that we always get, man. Might want to start at 8, maybe. And we almost out of here, contrary to popular belief, man. You know, we got a great salvation, so whatever these heathens say, that's their own vain imagination, man. It's millions and millions of people that don't believe this truth because, you know, of course they Edomites, and our own people don't believe because they've been indoctrinated with Egyptology and all that other bullshit, man. Communities building and all that. And it's the end of the world, man. You know, so we happy, even though these trials are coming, we're happy men that got this truth. Go ahead.
So Ecclesiastes 1 and 8, all things are full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing.
Yeah, the men can't utter what's going on in this earth. All they know is labor. All they know is trying to rebuild what has been broken down. But they can't figure it out. They'll never be able to figure it out because it's not according to the scripture that they have in their minds. Go ahead.
The thing that has been.
The thing that has been. Go ahead.
It is that which shall be.
Yeah, the thing, all those things that were before us is going to come again. It's coming in, it's right here in this modern day America, which is Sodom, Egypt, and Babylon, Assyria, Chaldeans. They used a lot of witchcraft here, man. You know, just like back then in Chaldeans, man. You know, the Trump, he got the heart of Nebuchadnezzar. He got the heart of, you know, Herod. He got the heart of the king's heart of these kings that went before us, man. Go ahead.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Yeah, that was done. The old Babylon got destroyed. This modern day Babylon is going to be destroyed. The old Rome got destroyed. This Rome is going to be destroyed. The Persians and Medes ruled before. It got taken down. So it ain't no kingdom that has ever been before us that hasn't been taken down. America, so to speak, is the last leg of this thing, man. And once this gets taken down, hey, the EU ain't nothing, man. This is the harlot that rise up on the beast that they work through with their corporations, man. Their war strategies, man. You know, they said, hey, America has once been a superpower back in the days of against Russia, but which was the Soviet Union back then. But they was two superpowers, man. And America claimed the banners. They don't have the banners flying like they used to, but hey, they still claim that they guarantee be the next superpower through this new world order, man. But the Most High is going to shut it down, man, you know?
Yeah, Trump is boasting about how he's got nuclear weapons that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
So he's got these secret weapons that are powerful, you know, that China doesn't know about, that Russia doesn't know about. So yeah, everybody's plowing their plowshares and spitting their swords right now, you know, making these weapons, you know, for this World War III that's about to come up.
Yeah, and what he don't understand is Most High is in control. So they can't what do you call it, figure out what Russia is doing with China and Iran. You know, they you know, the elites go by these scriptures, they try to outsmart the Most High, man. Like they got their own agenda, it's gonna work, man. Nah, man, it's gonna fail, man. But go ahead, you can go to Revelation 11:8 right quick. Go ahead.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
No new thing under the sun. All this happened before. We've been here before, reincarnation. Same Roman spirit is right here in America. The Edomites, they're the same people that was, these modern day Europeans and so-called white people are the same people that were back in the days of Greek Empire, same people that was back in the Roman Empire, same people that came from the nation of Esau in the womb with Jacob, man. That's what this struggle is about with us and the cops and us in the system. But Jake has sold out to the system, man. That's why you got these niggas on the what do you call them? These sellouts on national TV saying we can build a community. They the same niggas that tried to build a community back then, man.
They're the same ones that wanted to go back to Egypt.
Go back to Egypt.
You know.
They the same ones that was coming against Moses saying, we rather worship the Queen of Heaven because it's better for us. We got, that's what they said about this government. It's more benefits. You niggas are tripping. And then when they find out they Israelites, they still want to build a separate community, and thinking that's going to work. Yeah.
Israelite institution here in America, knowing that America is going to be destroyed. It's to say that America is going to be destroyed. Nuclear destruction. So why are you going to try and build something?
And at the very end of things, why are you going to build when it's shut down? Why wouldn't you build when it's so-called flourishing, man? When America had a banner on every street, had a flag on every street. Now America's not even sure of herself. They building underground caverns and bunkers. So when this place get destroyed, they plan to come back out of those places, out of those holes. But the Most High ain't gonna allow it to work, man. Go ahead. And they seizing property. They seizing property all over the place, man. This is about to be a World War III. So why you gonna build a community? They gonna tear that down and say, hey, this is war ground, man.
Right.
We need that for embassies or whatever we gonna set up.
Yep. What they call it when they come in commandeering your property. You know what I'm saying? They could come and get whatever.
Foreclosure.
When they say like the NDAA, they could seize your property because they see need for it. Eminent domain. That's it right there. Eminent domain. Okay. And soon as y'all get that property, that's what they gonna do. They gonna come and take it from you because you're publicizing it. Thinking you gonna be something more. You thinking that you gonna get under the thumb of Esau. You can't get from under the thumb of Esau, man, because this is a prison that the Most High made for you to serve your term out, man.
Yeah. What did it say about the enemy coming in as a flood? Where do you think they gonna go? They gonna go bust in Jake's cribs wherever you are, man. They got satellites too, looking down at you, niggas, man. Go ahead.
The crazy part about it is they bought all that land, but you still gotta pay land property taxes.
You always own your house. You gotta pay property taxes.
If you niggas were so independent, you wouldn't have to pay property taxes, man. Go ahead. And there ain't no place you can go in America where they won't find your ass, man. You can hide under the deepest rocks and caves. They'll be like, nigga, what you doing?
Right. You still gotta go to him
for the
one of all things. You gotta go to him for the seeds.
Yeah.
You gotta go to him for the animals that you're gonna so-called have.
Yeah.
For everything, man.
Wait, do they got enough food for Israel?
Exactly.
Even if y'all thought y'all could get away, do you have enough food to supply all Israel? No. You got piping, you got all those things that you need to cater to the people? No, man. Go ahead. You got to get your sources from Esau. Go ahead.
They bought a piece of land that had a lot of trees on it. So you got to clear the land off?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's 5-6 years, y'all.
And then in the wintertime.
Yeah, it's about to be the winter.
All your crops are going to die.
Yep.
Come on, man. Go ahead. What is it?
Proverbs.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs 30 and 8. All right. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Yeah, man. We ain't trying to get rich in this land. We trying to maintain enough to where when the chariots come, we ready, man. It says riches bring a lot of hurtful lust, man.
Yeah.
And then if they do become independent, and the Most High, the Spirit got us on their community building. If they do come independent, how long is it gonna take for them to really become a superpower? They ain't got no military. In order to be established as a people above all people, you got to have some kind of power, man. And you can't equalize yourself out with this world because they're gonna take over. Edom don't care about niggas, man. You gotta basically have Edom like down on the ground with your foot in his neck like he do Jake.
Yeah.
You see, that's how they rule the world, man. They sloppy, but they make sure Jake understand that y'all ain't getting us, man. We'll shoot your ass down. We got cops, military, militia, We got secret agents. We'll shut your ass down if you try to rise up, man. So the only rising up is of Israel, man. The hopeful elect. Go ahead.
I got a real quick one.
Go ahead.
This is Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart."
Yeah, you got to rise and depart from this world. You got to break off spiritually, and then you got to hopefully you be up in those chariots. Depart really in those chariots, man. Go ahead.
For this is not your rest.
This is not your rest, and you can tell because anytime you try to rest, somebody busting down your door, somebody having you pay taxes, having you pay rent, having you got to worry about your bills. You try to chill at the park, you got Karen out there,
Yeah.
you know, arrest you and shit. You could just be sitting and minding your own business. You know, you got dogs coming, Karen's dogs coming at your ass, barking at you and shit.
Hey, the latest thing is you can be in your house
Be in your house.
and they come in and murder your ass in
Yeah.
your house.
Yeah.
Okay, and then get off.
Yeah,
Oh, mistaken identity. Sorry.
yeah.
You know.
They sent what do you call it? Send census thing to you. You gotta fill out the census form and shit. Like this man ain't gonna give you no rest, so this is not our rest, man.
It says,
What?
because it is polluted,
It is polluted.
it shall destroy you, even with a sword
With
destruction.
a sword destruction. How is it polluted? They got faggot lesbians. They got reprobates out there. They got ill doctrines. They got false education, false teachers, false preachers. They got what do you call it? The sky is polluted, like we always say. The land is polluted. Esau don't give a damn about the land. He's going to the RFID chip. He don't give a damn about the trees. He's cutting them down and celebrating Christmas and shit. You know, he don't give a damn about the air. You know, and he don't give a damn about the water. You got a bottle plastic water.
Right.
You know, come on, what you know, taking the bottom feeders out the river, taking the gold out the river.
Yep.
If you know, they got that thing where you put colloidal gold and stuff in the water, it'll clean the water, man.
Yes. Right.
But Esau got all that gold and ain't doing shit with it,
Nothing. Just hoarding it.
just hoarding it, you know?
That's why all the lakes have
Yeah.
green stuff.
Yeah.
Algae.
Algae.
Yeah.
All the gold's taken out.
All the gold is taken out, and the fish is coming out of the water. Come on, man, they can't even enjoy. Most High created those things to enjoy that lifestyle too of what they were called to do, man.
Right.
The Lord created the earth for us to enjoy.
Enjoy, man.
To explore.
To explore. Every creature is supposed to be aligned with the scriptures, man. Like animals ain't supposed to be in no damn zoo, getting bucket fed meat and shit.
Yeah, that's oppressive right there.
That's oppression.
Yeah, that's why the fins are bent.
Yeah.
You go to SeaWorld and see those dolphins with the bent fins.
Yeah.
Because their spirit is broken. Oppressed. Why? Because they're in captivity.
Yeah.
SeaWorld is captivity.
Yeah.
And that goes to show you that not only when the scripture says that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked are ruled, the people mourn.
Yeah.
Not just the people are mourning, because right now you see the people mourning. Animals are also in mourning as well, man.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
It's
Even
just-
the wild animals, they're mourning because they know something's not right, man.
Yeah.
All right. They know something's not
birds.
right. Yep.
Birds are falling from the sky.
You got to worry about you got animals becoming extinct. You know, somewhat extinct.
You
You got to
got-
worry about because you got all these hunters and these poachers killing them illegally.
You got animals prophesying pretty much. Like it said, what it said, the gorilla said, "I see you. I see nature. I see you." Talking about they see what's going on, man.
Yeah,
A
they
gorilla
know.
said that.
Yeah, these animals are intelligent.
Yeah, they
have
intelligent.
their own version of intelligence,
Yeah.
but they know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like dogs,
Yeah.
your dog knows what's going on. Your dog sees spirits,
Yeah.
sees angels
Yeah.
and stuff, you know. The dog can sense your emotions,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
And then like the water is so polluted, fish are supposed to breathe in clean water, man.
Yeah.
You know, they're breathing underwater. Their water is defiled just like the area over here is, you know.
That's why they're beaching themselves.
Right, they're beaching themselves, exactly.
Job 12:7. But ask now the beast, and they shall teach thee,
Yeah.
and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee.
Yeah, they shall tell thee, man. They got parrots that can talk. You know? I bet it's maybe some parrots in the world saying Yahweh about that shit. Who knows, you know? Like the brother said, dogs, man. Dogs, they barking and they letting you know things. You hear a siren, the dog be howling and shit. Because he knows something going wrong.
They know when an earthquake's about to happen.
Yep.
Natural disaster.
Yep.
Animals are the first to know.
Yep. Yeah, man. It said the scriptures say go to that end. That was slugging. It's time to wake up. We're in World War III, man. It's time to stay busy in the prophecies. Go ahead.
Yes.
All right, Revelation.
Did you finish it?
No, it's not.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs 30 and 8. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Yep.
Feed me with the food convenient for me.
Paul said, I know how to be abound in the base, man. That's what you got to do in this world, because you get too rich, you'll try to build your own communities here.
Yeah.
You'll try to buy Israel away from the Most High, you know?
Try to enjoy your riches.
Trying to enjoy your riches. You'll try to buy land. You'll try to buy a fancy car and allure Israel with that fancy car, man. You ain't even thinking about in the spirit no more, the Most High. You know, go ahead.
Verse 9, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord?
Hey, wait, hold on, but you gotta know how to live with this turmoil too, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of brothers been catching heat, and some have been falling out because of catching heat. They started doing crazy things in their household. You know, you ain't supposed to be a lion in your house. You can't beat your woman because it's pressure and stress out there. You got to be a man and handle that shit.
Right.
You know, because that'll destroy.
Everybody's responsible for their own soul.
Yeah.
You can't beat this truth into nobody.
Nope.
Your children, your mother, your father, your wife, you know, your brother. You know, it's the Lord that works on the heart or the mind of men to have them come in this truth. Because it was already set up from the foundation who would and who would not come into this truth, man. So you have to walk as if, you know, you just worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that little girl said, worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Worry about what you doing. You know what I'm saying? No, the little girl in the car, she was, the daddy was asking her, did she need some help, you know, or something like that. She's like, no, worry about yourself. What you doing? Drive the car.
Yeah. They say examine yourself whether you be in the faith or not.
Right.
You got to worry about your salvation.
Yeah.
You can't, like the scripture said, like the brother was saying, each elect member was already predestinated.
Yeah.
So if you're part of the elect, you're the first in your family anyway. You're going to bring your family back. So don't worry about if your family can't get it.
Yeah.
Right. You just act in accordance with the scriptures, man. You conduct yourself in line as if you're part of the elect. You walk as you are part of the elect. You know, and don't let what they're doing, don't let that come into your zone, man, and take you out of the zone.
Yeah.
Okay? You gotta stay in the zone, man, because it says the devil is lurking around, you know, seeking who he may devour, man. You know?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 3 and 12. It says, my son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth. And if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and despise him not when thou art in thy full strength.
Yeah. Because there's some people that are weak, you know. Some people some bros haven't built that faith up. You know what I'm saying? That they have to work on faith harder. Some brothers, you know, more confident, but whatever. You got to balance it out, you know? You know? Hey, we the real Jews, man. You know? You got to tell them every time they pass, man. Because they think they the real deal, man.
Right. Ain't no rules.
You know?
It's back at Proverbs 30 and 9. It says, lest I be full and deny thee.
They looking at us crazy like something wrong with us. You know, no, something wrong with you, man. You the one that's out of place. You the one that has no melanin. You the one that's wasted away, man. Go ahead. You know, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 30 and 9. All right, it says, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord Yahweh?
Yeah, unless you be denied, you lose that spirit and you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know if that's a bad thing, man. You don't know if this is the truth or not. You're done.
Next dollar,
Yeah.
making money.
You know, you should never want to be on that side, man.
Yeah.
And it's something we didn't seen the spirit being taken away from them. They used to be in the camp, man, and we didn't seen the worst of them, man.
Yeah.
They didn't went crazy and did things, and then they say, look at GMS. That ain't our fruit.
Right.
GMS don't be doing that shit, man. Go ahead.
Just like, you know, you could join up with some guys that you just meeting.
Yep.
And you don't know their mindset.
Yeah.
You don't know what they used to do. You don't know they, like they say, they ski low. You know, just like the men that come in. You know, we really don't know everybody and their whole thought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On what they would and would not do. We just try them by the spirit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And then the spirit, after a while and shit, the spirit weeds them out. You know, because it uncovers their true intent. You know, and true intent of their heart, man. You know, and it's not to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's what we up here doing, man. We're serving our Lord,
That's right.
Yahweh,
Yeah.
and His Son Yahweh Shai. Okay,
Yeah.
we're not taking on the thoughts and the old ways of this Christianity, man. Because the way your father and your mother think or thought, it was all messed up, and it trickled down to you.
Yeah.
And you all messed up, okay? And you're doing the same thing that your father did, thinking that you're doing the right thing, but you're doing the wrong thing, okay?
Right.
This truth takes you and puts you into the right place, man. Puts
Yeah.
you in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, because
Okay.
the Most High has set apostles up as your fathers, pretty much.
Right.
And you got to be a child. That's why it says desire sincere milk of the word. And you got to be reborn, born again, as if you was a child, man.
Yep.
And throw away all that shit you learned. You know, go ahead.
Back in Proverbs. Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of the Lord in vain.
Yeah. And that's what you will become, a reprobate, and take the Lord in vain, man. That's what these niggas do. They just, Most High ain't came yet. You know, we suffering even more. And this ain't even, they ain't even really suffered like they going to do, man.
Yeah.
Jacob's trouble is going to be like we always say, make that look like a walk in the park, man. You know, it's all kind of crazy things that come from the oppression and the breakdown of a society, man. They forget all the power in your house is controlled by Esau. Once that go out, you ain't gonna be able to get water. You ain't gonna be able to drink from the faucet. You ain't gonna be able to have the lights on. You ain't gonna be able to use your cell phone. That's gonna die. Your car, you can't get gas. You go nowhere. That's gonna run that's only for so long.
It's gonna turn into the dark age overnight.
It's gonna turn into the dark age overnight, man.
Plus, it ain't gonna be nowhere to go.
Ain't gonna be nowhere to go.
You know, hey, power went out and during that heat, the heat wave, and this y'all brothers was out. Y'all was up in the mountains, and I was at the house by myself. Right when that power went out, it was hot as hell, bro, and I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing, man, and I was like, shit. The only thing I could do was go and take a shower, and that was like after 2 hours. And I was like, time when I walked in there, and I was praying to the Lord to bring it back on. Time when I walked in, and the shower was about to turn the shower on, that's when the lights came on. The Lord turned the lights back on.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you that there's nothing you could do. That heat was on me like this, bro.
Yeah,
That shit, bro.
Pretty sure.
That shit was on me like this, and it was over 100 degrees.
Yeah. It said,
Okay?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
And the scriptures also say, pray let your flight not be in the
Not
winter.
really,
Yeah.
That's what I was, Hey, when in slavery, when we was under our curses, well, we still under our curses, but it said, in the daytime, you're going to wish it was night. In the nighttime, you're going to wish it was day, man.
Yep.
Like, you're going to be confused, just all out confused. It's too hot, too cold, you know? And then when everything mildews, when it gets winter and cold, and it start, what if it start raining? Everything mildews, man. So you on a pilgrimage in your feet, just like them slaves, when their feet got molded because they had to wear the same shoes and shit, you know, for months and shit, till their feet almost rotted off, man. If not the case, gangrene and all that, man. You know, go ahead. And that's what Esau wants you to do: run as a slave so he can capture you and put you in a concentration camp. You're gonna look like terrorists to the world. Oh,
Right.
look at them niggas running. Get them. You know?
Don't forget that movie Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
You know,
You
they
know?
show you in the movies what they gonna do.
What they gonna do?
You know, y'all see that picture of the guy with the rifle with the little Jake, like 6-year-old,
Yep.
hits laying in front of him
Yep.
after he had just hunted him down. You know, that's what they gonna do, man.
Yeah,
They take joy in
They
that.
take joy in it. They the cunning hunter, man. And that's what they gonna do. And then when they capture you, they gonna put you in concentration camps, offer you that RFID chip, so you can live in this world. Go ahead. As a slave, though. Go ahead. Revelation. Yeah. Revelation 11 and 8, right quick.
Revelations 11 and verse 8.
So these people don't know what time they're in, and they don't know that this is modern day Egypt, modern day Rome, modern day Sodom. And the Most High is angry with this place every day, man. Every day until it gets destroyed, man. Go ahead.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Our people ain't got no knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Even when in Ezekiel it said the dry bones. You know, our people don't know that this is place is going to be destroyed, man. They shop like it's going to go on for 100 years, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Like it got to be all-out Star Wars type of, like you got to see Darth Vader coming out of the stores, or RFID 2 and shit. They already got those technical powers in hand. They just don't display them.
Right.
Because they don't want the enemy to know. You know, they got to share with certain men. They got a secret, that's why they call it secret society, a secret brotherhood. They ain't gonna tell Jake. When they get out the big guns, Jake gonna be surprised, like, oh shit, I didn't know they had that. Lasers, scopes, snipers, militias, Iron Man suits. They got technical masks and shit, make you look like somebody else. You know, they got this Edomite going around with a Jake mask on, and everybody think Jake is committing crimes and shit.
They got the invisible shield.
Invisible shield.
Walk behind them, literally can't see right through them.
Yep.
Weird. It's
Yep.
crazy. They got the newly created creatures.
Yep, newly created creatures. They got psychological tactics, man. They'll knock over here, and you'll think they over there when they over here. You know, or you think they in your house, they're on the roof, but they in your house.
Yeah.
You know, or they know how to pick locks and get into the window without you knowing that they in there.
But all these things are created for the wicked of our people.
Yeah, they created for the wicked of our people, man.
Because you don't want to come back and repent, come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And the prophets, starting from the apostles, has been out here over 35 years, man. You know, prophesying, telling you, yo, come back to your nationality. Get rid of that damn white image of Jesus, so-called Jesus, man. Okay? Get rid of that shit, you know? Go ahead, bro.
Precept. It's Romans 13 and 11. And that, knowing the time.
Hey, it said knowing the time. That's why you got to know what time you in. It's not no time to rest. This ain't no time flourish, partying and all that. You know? We have fun, but we get back on our grind, man. Best believe, and we still stay in the mind of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
That now is high time.
Now is high time, man. Like it's never been any before, man. High time, what is that? It's the highest time of the day. Like it's noon, it's ready. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Why does it say awake out of sleep? Because you're sleeping. You know? You're dreaming. This is American dream. You know? Ain't nothing real over here. All this shit is gonna be burnt up. You know? All these cars are gonna be, they trust in their cars. They trust in their riches. They trust in rich. They trust in a dollar bill for so long, and dollar bill is about to be obsolete.
Yeah.
You can't even use your change in some stores, man.
You know, say neither the silver nor their gold.
Silver nor gold.
To deliver them in that day.
Exactly.
You know?
People, you got to eat them zooming past you, and they damn Corvette, and they, you know, whatever they have, Ferrari and shit. Nigga, when this go down, you ain't gonna be able to move that shit. You know? That shit is gonna be burnt up along with the rest of this stuff, man.
Yep. Plus you're gonna be too damn scared just there in your place and shit, just shivering, shaking and shit like a goddamn mangy dog. Okay?
Yeah. The beasts are gonna be moved out of their place.
Right.
You might see a lion on a regular street that you used to roam, that you never see no animals and shit. You know? Go ahead. So you're gonna be afraid of all these elements. Most High gonna turn all these elements against your ass, man. Go ahead.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
It's our salvation, the hope and the faith of getting delivered in them chariots. And we always say the so-called white man laughs at us, but he got his damn planes and shit, and his rockets and shit, and he be bragging on that shit. And he gets that from, well, the Most High puts the instruction in his mind, but he gets that from the animals, man. The bird, the plane, he get that from the birds. It's a certain way you design the plane to fly, just like the birds that have to take the wind under their wings, man.
Right.
So who you think you fooling, trying to act like you got some big things coming up for yourself, man? But we got bigger things coming up because we got the chariots, man, and the angels, which they can't. There's a lot of videos. The chariots been coming out, a wheel within a wheel. Back in the day, in Ezekiel, Yahweh Shai got called up in a chariot. There's hieroglyphs with the chariots on there. There's books. There's Ronald Reagan saying, damn, Russia, we need to come together for an alien invasion if possible.
Right.
What you think that is? You think it's green men?
Right.
Get the hell out of here, man. Go ahead.
And two, why do you think they build all those deep underground bases? Because they know.
They know.
Something is about to happen, man.
Yep.
They know it's going to be a biblical proportion. That's why they build all this shit, man.
Yeah, that's why.
Thinking they're going to escape. Got their space station out there. Think they're going to escape out there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's where the Lord coming from. He gonna get you first and shit. He right on you. Y'all right on the route and shit. Like, oh, we get them right now.
Like,
Yeah, that's right.
hey, like we said, why you think Willie Lynch said this will not fail unless there's a spiritual divination, a phenomenon that intervened? Because even Christopher Columbus knew that about the apocrypha in the Bible, that the Native Americans would be over here, the 10 tribes, so they know. So the spiritual intervention he was talking about, oh Lord, we hope that so-called Negro Jesus ain't real. Or that so-called black man that's coming to save him is not real. We hope that because they know about it.
And the wicked elites know the Lord. They know that He's going to return.
Yeah, they know.
That's why they have they have their army, the Space Force, getting ready for His return. But their pride is deceiving them, thinking that they can defeat the Lord when He returns.
Yeah.
But they're terribly mistaken, man.
Yeah, you think NASA program, you think they're going to be up there in the Most High or, certain places that Most High allow them to go and Most High not show them anything?
Right.
They seeing all kind of things. Most High can at least have a dream about hey, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream that was interpreted by Daniel, and he was so afraid. Like, damn, I gotta do something to, these are prophecies, they coming true. So they know about us, and they know about the prophecies, and they know, and they seen chariots, and they try to cover it up and call it something else. They call that chariot over the moon Mars. And it's funny because the East Coast saw it through the apostles. We saw it over here in the West Coast. Other brothers saw it. They scared as hell, and then they see the videos about it. So they scared as hell, like, oh, these niggas. They know that we ain't average Negroes.
Hey, don't forget about Tickle.
Yeah.
Tickle that came out in CERN.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they've been doing that shit a long time, man. I watched that movie Stargate the other night. That's CERN.
Yeah.
Okay? That Stargate was CERN, man.
Yeah.
Okay? And they opened up that portal, and the Most High showed them Tickle, man. You've been found wanted.
Yeah. Yep.
And weighed in the balance, man.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. And then, hey, the prophecy said, we'll get back to the scripture. Prophecy said, they shall hide in the hills underground. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 2:19. It says, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for the fear of the Lord.
For the fear of the Lord, man. And then they got submarines going underwater. Like they think they can reach a point of an abyss that the Most High said the chariots be going in them waters, man.
Yeah.
Got
Leviathan down there. Yeah. Most High we're gonna go in there and grab them, whoever.
Like the movie of this.
Yeah, compared to spiritual powers, those submarines ain't shit.
Yeah.
Compared to spiritual, them chariots be going in volcanoes, man. Erupting volcanoes. In and out of the sun.
There you go. They go in the sun.
They go into the sun.
Okay.
That's pure. The chariot, the Most High Spirit is the ministers of fire, right?
Yeah.
He got his ministers flaming fire. That's pure energy, man. You can't destroy that. The only thing that happens to energy is it transforms into something else. Like the so-called the Most High keep bringing them that energy back into these bodies, man. Because He's the Father of all spirits. So you can't hide from Him. You go up in space, he gonna bring you down. You go up in the ground, he gonna bring you up, root you up. Go ahead.
And they shall go into the holes of the rocks.
Holes of the rocks, and that's where they are now. That's Petra, man. That's cave dwelling. Go ahead.
And into the caves of the earth.
Caves of the earth.
For the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake it terribly the earth.
Now, and what they call it? Sun-dried times or whatever. That's just back then. I just want to use that word. But when we was running for certain things like a oppression or the king, whatever, when we hid, we was safe by the Most High. Most High wasn't, like King David. We were protected. But with them, they gonna be found out. They gonna be rooted up.
Yeah.
It's their time to be revealed as that wicked to be rooted up.
Yeah.
So this their time to go down, man.
There's nowhere for them to run
Yeah.
or hide. They can run, they can't hide. No matter where you at, you can be in space, your bunkers in space gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
You can be underground, the Lord's gonna send his military men, his elect men to fetch you, put chains on you, and you can be in bunkers in the ocean. The Lord's gonna send Leviathan, like it says in Amos, the 9th chapter. So really, there's nowhere for you Edomites to run, you wicked elites, for you to run or hide, man. Right? Because you're gonna have to face your judgment.
Yeah, and you wicked elite, y'all so vain, y'all won't even tell you, y'all won't even tell the world that y'all extracting melanin for the sake of power or energy or trying to tap into a certain power source. Because y'all know that you're supposed to have melanin. And melanin gives you vitamin D. It works hand in hand with the sun and with the growth and the origin of this world, man. Y'all are outcasts. The sun works against y'all. That's why you got these buildings of Petra and stuff to hide from the sun, man. That's why you got these cars so you can hide in the car. You use your vehicles to hide from, man. But the Most High is going to have you butt naked in front of everybody, just found out. They lied, man.
It's going to be hell on them in the field. In that day, that 1,000 years, okay? We used to go in the field and work from sun up. Well, the sun ain't even up, okay, till the sun go down. They call it can't see, from can't see to can't see. You can't see when you're going, and when you leave, you can't see. You work that whole day, okay, in the field.
That was a part of the curse, too.
Yeah.
Curse when you come in, curse when you go out. Go ahead.
They gonna get that without any melanin, man. Hey, they gonna be having big ass blisters on them like this, and with water in it like that and shit.
That's right.
We gonna go by and just pop them, pop them, pop them. Ah!
Hey, you ain't gonna have no dogs licking your swords and shit. Go ahead.
Hey, Revelations 11 and 8.
Hey, it ain't gonna be no medicines. It said there shall be no balm for Egypt. You use many medicines, but it's not gonna. They the new Egyptians, man. Most High put that spirit on them to be the new Egyptians, man. Go ahead. Finish that right quick, because it's a little bit more.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city.
Talking about, this is the great city of America, talking about our people having no knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Go ahead.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
This is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, man. So that's why nothing's new under the sun. This is the same scenario. The only difference is this is the end of all the time, man. This is the end of America, of the wicked, man. It went from one kingdom to another, from Babylon to Persian, Medes, and Greeks and Romans. But this is so to speak the shadow of Rome, or representation of Rome. Its last leg is going to be destroyed, man. Go ahead. That was it, right?
Where also our Lord was crucified.
Yeah, and we always say that. He was crucified because they deface his image, and they go against his spirit. They put Caesar Borgia up, a so-called white man, made him the god of the earth, whatever. And they come against the prophets, come against the word. It's the whole body of Yahweh Shai, man. Go ahead.
Verse 20 says, In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks, into the tops of the ragged rocks, for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth.
They leaving all that behind just to get safe, man. And them rocks and them holes, man. That's why they at least got all these underground, like I said, caverns that they try to preserve food. That's why they don't want you preserving food.
These elites, they have like underground cities.
Underground cities.
Like in that movie Resident Evil.
Yep.
All right, that you know how you saw like a presentation underground of like what looked like a city of New York. All right, that's actually real. They actually have places underground that just full of cities, man.
Yeah.
All right, luxuries just for them, built for their comfort.
Yeah, they got
all right, in the movie The First Kingsman. All right, you saw how they all went underground and they all went in a bunker. They had the troops protecting the bunker, and they all watched what was going on around the world.
Yeah.
Well, that's how the elites are probably gonna set up. They're gonna have men that's gonna protect them. They're gonna have places that are gonna build for their comfort, and they're just gonna dwell there, waiting for the men of the Lord to kill those soldiers and to put them in chains, man.
That's why they have these underground subways, man. That's gonna lead. They got a secret track that goes to another hole, underground hole that leads right to the elites to drop food off and all that. They got underground pipelines. That's what Japan was about, because Japan had underground pipelines of oil, and the elites didn't like that, so they set up a Pearl Harbor staged bombing, so they could take the oil out from Japan, man. They called it Purple Code, man. Go ahead.
And they actually have actual photos and videos of actual truckers going into those mountains. They were delivering food and stuff.
Yeah.
Huge caverns.
And then they don't want you to have no food.
Right.
If you have 2 weeks or something worth of food, because they don't want you to plot and try to secretly farm and reproduce your own farming. They want everybody to be dried up and starved out. So when they come back out, they could be like, hey, time to party. Break out the champagne, Billy.
Yeah.
You know.
And two, for starvation, for you to get that microchip.
Yeah.
So they can starve you out.
Starve you out, man.
That's how they're gonna get the rebellious people.
That's how they did Jerusalem back then. The siege of Rome. They starved Jerusalem out, man.
Hey, because you're not only gonna have us men that are not gonna refuse the chip, you're also gonna have regular people. All right, but they're not, like it says in Revelation 3:10. They're not keeping the words of the Lord's patience, so the Lord's not going to keep them from the hour of temptation. So eventually, all those people that are going to starve in these cities, they're going to fold, and they're going to end up taking the chip, man, because they're going to want to eat. Because real soon, there ain't going to be nothing to eat in these stores. You're not going to have Panda Express. You're not going to be able to go out and have your dine-in. You're not going to be able to go to grocery stores. So real soon, everything's going to be emptied out, man.
Everything's going to be empty.
And they're going to starve the hell out of you.
And you know why these people are bugged out too, and they so comfortable? Because they have friends to confide in. That lift them up. Oh, don't worry about those prophets on the street. They're crazy. But they separate families now, man.
And what it say about your friends? It says in that day that the neighbor ain't going to, how I say?
Neighbor against neighbor.
Neighbor against neighbor.
Yeah.
Because for the one food, man. You know?
So friends shall be known.
Somebody get that one.
Friends shall be known in adversity.
Yep, that too.
Yeah.
You know? But they shall rifle their houses,
Ain't
man.
no friends.
You know? Because of the lack of bread.
Yeah.
You know? It's gonna be bad out here, man. And you gotta remember too, that in the seas of Jerusalem, they were eating their children, man. Okay? And now all that's new, what it says, nothing is new under the sun. That which has been is gonna be. You know? So they're gonna start eating their children again, man.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, that's why these women, these women say friends with benefits. That's the only reason people are friends with each other, because they benefit each other. But if you can't supply nobody with food, I haven't got enough for my own children. Shit. This is for me. Then they gonna hate you like, oh, fuck you, bitch. Your own family. So all their family and friends shit don't matter. A lot of these Jake got friends because of high school and shit. Because they in the same dorm room and shit. But when you take that shit away, how they gonna act against you? They foul, man. We gonna see, like we said, the reality of when you have nothing. When you can't even eat, you don't even know where your next meal is coming from, man. You're like, shit, where, go ahead. You got something?
Yeah, I believe this is
You got that?
This is Matthew's 24 and
it's
7.
Ezra's.
Oh, it's
But
like,
you can read that, what you got.
this is Matthew 24 and 7, all right? It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
We already see that happening, man.
And there shall be a famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
That's been happening. We got locusts, whatever it is, man. The fish polluted, seas polluted and all that. Pestilence, diseases. Got the coronavirus out. What else do you want? Cancer, AIDS, H1N1, Ebola. All that shit's been out. Lab experiments that go wrong and plants. What do you call it? The plant. The poison and plant-based thing.
Pesticides.
They had a plant thing blow up. It's poisonous gas. They had these plant.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
No. When they had these facilities, and they had the
Like a nuclear.
the nuclear plant.
The recent
plant. What they call nuclear reactors.
Reactors. They got plant. There's this radiation.
Yeah.
Backfiring on them. Go ahead. When you can't go into a room, they had one. It was China was, and they was putting some fluids in something, and it blew up and it overflowed of that tube, and they had to run out the building, man.
Yeah.
They had masks on when they deal with these things, because a nuclear plant, power plant,
Right.
nuclear power plant. That's blowing up certain places, man.
They
Go ahead.
saying that the nuclear power plant that blew up in Japan,
Yeah.
that shit is over here.
Yeah,
It's been over here.
Fukushima.
Fukushima.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, all that radiation
Yeah.
is still in that water.
Yeah.
All that radiated waste.
Yeah.
It's still down there. All those oil spills throughout the years, that oil's still
Yeah.
down there.
Oil is still down there. Like the Matrix said, you think that's air you're breathing? We're not really breathing the real air, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, smoke. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Beginning of sorrows, man. Jake ain't even experienced this on a heavy level, man. The beginning of sorrows. What you gonna do, man? Go ahead.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yeah.
And they shall many be offended and betray one another and shall hate one another.
Hey, they gonna kill over medicine. A lot of people gonna have infected diseases. They gonna need medicine. A lot of people gonna kill over liquor because that makes you forget about your problems momentarily. They gonna fight over opium. They gonna fight over
Kind of food,
all them drugs. And then when the drugs disappear, they gonna go crazy, man.
yeah.
And then even when they do drugs, they gonna see some shit, man. This place is, when we see those people on drugs, those are zombies, man. That's a cancer and a pestilence in the earth. Ain't no human being supposed to be out there like that. Just zombied out.
Yep.
Esau is the only zombie. If you want to get technical with it, he's the only one that really don't supposed to belong on the earth. He's just here for a purpose and momentarily for the Most High's purpose, and then he's going to be destroyed. 1,000 years and then destroyed. He don't belong here. He don't belong with the earth. He's not coincide with the origin of things. The earth hates him, man.
Right.
Everything hates him. Trees,
Yep.
the sky, those are living organisms. Like,
Yeah.
they hate this man. So you can't just say we hate you. The whole world hates you, Esau.
The earth is
So-called
going
what?
to spew you out.
The earth is going to spew you out. It says what? Destroy him that destroy the earth.
It says even the trees shall rejoice. Like in the movie, The Green Pastures.
Yeah.
When the Lord walked by the little plants, the little
Yeah,
plant,
yeah.
good morning, Lord. Good morning, Lord. The little flower was saying good morning to the Lord. That's how the trees gonna be. They're gonna be so happy, man.
Hey, that's how. Hey, see how Jake, that spirit rubs off on Jake, because Jake is not responsible and shit. You try to take care of your plants and flowers, Jake think you soft or something. Meanwhile, that motherfucker dying and shit, and depending on the system. Go ahead. That's something.
Yeah, going back to what we talking about, the neighbors going to spoil you.
Yeah.
This is 2 Ezra 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor,
There you go.
but shall destroy their houses
Oh, you know,
with the sword.
so like for all these big men, that would walk by the camp with their muscles and shit, talking shit, they gonna be the main ones that's trembling. Okay, trembling.
That's exactly right.
You know?
Mighty men shall cry bitterly in the
Right.
Yeah, they're not even mighty. They're just,
Right,
yeah,
they
man.
just strong physically.
Yeah.
But they gonna be like, I just seen a video of this guy. He had his little girl. This little girl was like maybe this tall, she's probably like 4 years old. And then the pit bull got out the yard. He jumped up on top of the roof of a car. And his little girl is just running. He telling her, go around there. Man, you supposed to get out and fucking handle that pit bull, man.
Yeah.
For your child, man.
Yeah.
But look, that's a grown ass man acting like a wimp.
Yeah.
And that's how they gonna be in that day.
Yeah. That's how they gonna be.
Yep.
And that's only a pit bull. Imagine
Right.
a lion and a bear and all them
They're
other
gonna
creatures
throw
out
their
there.
kids to that line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, he got a picture.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor,
Yep.
but shall destroy their houses.
Destroy
with the
their
sword,
houses with the sword, man.
and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
And you don't need a gun to have a sword or anything that you can use as a weapon, man.
Yep. Candlestick.
Candlestick, candlestick,
Nah, but
a stick, but that's the main thing, you know?
people, man, are gonna just use their guns.
Yeah, they
you always
gonna use
have
their
gun owners that say, I hope there's a day I never have to use this.
Yeah.
In my mind, like, man, you're gonna use your gun, man. There ain't no shit. Ain't no food for you to eat, for you and your family. Then you go to your neighbors, and you gonna take a shit. Y'all gonna
dressed up like that and slit all the way up to their ass and shit.
Yeah. Hey, that's the average Edomite, and I bet you everybody in his family know how to shoot a gun, man. Even this little girl right here. She'll blast a nigga if he came through the door, man.
Yep.
Best believe. They take their
1,000
kids.
feet.
Yeah. They take their kid to the gun range. He saw him playing. He know this shit is can't go down, man.
Yep.
Go ahead. That look like polite. Probably is. Go ahead.
For the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
For the lack of bread, like we said, famine and a great tribulation, right?
Yeah.
That's why they gonna betray one another, man. There's gonna be a lot of betrayal in this city, man.
Yep, I got it.
Go ahead. In America, they really not unified anyway, man. People are fake, you know.
There's a lot of fake.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake people. It's
Yep.
Instagram, this online
All
shit.
fake.
It's all fake, man.
All fake.
Celebrities are fake, and all this charity shit is fake.
Everything.
The love shit is fake. They ain't love. Esau don't love nobody. These people, these so-called Christians, they don't love people, man. Love goes deep, man. It says try your friend, man.
Right.
And if the adversity come, he gonna disappear on your ass.
Yep, that's just gonna happen.
You know,
It's happening those days.
You gonna be like, what happened to you?
You don't got a lot of these friends that you think you're good. You're friends with, they ain't your real friends, man. So when shit goes haywire, they're gonna forget about you.
Yep.
Same thing with these relationships. These like 5-year-old relationships, boyfriend and girlfriend, oh I love you. When shit goes downwire, that shit's gonna become useless. They're gonna forget about their girlfriends and their boyfriend, just like in that movie Bushwick. Once he died, once that girl's boyfriend died, she forgot about him, man. She didn't even mention him. Alright? So that's how it's gonna be in that day. In that day, you're gonna have a lot of these relationships, they're gonna become useless. Alright, you're not gonna have the boyfriend that's gonna worry about the girlfriend, I hope my baby, no, like, that's all that shit gonna become useless, man. Right?
Another example of that is that the movie The Road, where the woman just left her family, just walked out to the woods and just left, you know? Because these women love comfort. Once Esau gets rid of the comfort in society, the women's gonna switch up on them.
Yeah.
It's gonna leave you.
Yep. Remember that in that movie Road, they were eating everything. They were eating their dogs. They were eating their children. And there's one's families, you know, they make, you know, Esau got to make the movie. They survived. They didn't even eat their dog, but that's a damn lie. They gonna have that motherfucker on the table, chopping him up.
That entire basement full of people.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 6 and 24. Wait, I'll start from 22. Alright, it says 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Alright, well that's talking about these grocery stores. Alright, these places that these warehouses that hold food. You know, right now they're full, but real soon they're gonna be empty. Alright?
I was gonna say that too.
It says, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So when one day you're gonna go to the grocery store after an emergency, and the whole grocery store, all that shit's gonna be empty, man. You ain't gonna be able to find nothing. And what was a prelude to that is when the first coronavirus. All right, you go to your grocery store, they had people lined up. They were lining up to get food. All right, and you went in the store, a lot of you had certain shelves empty. Mostly what? Cleaning supplies and toilet paper. All right, but you're still able to get food, but real soon all that shit is gonna be empty, man. Because one day people are gonna rush to them stores. They're not gonna wait in line this time. They're just gonna rush to them stores and they're just gonna walk out. All right, you got people fighting over the last bottle case of water or bread. You got people killing each other in the stores. All right, no one's gonna listen to the workers. It's gonna be utterly chaos. All right,
There ain't gonna be no damn workers and shit because when I was in Mississippi in 1994, and it was a great ice storm, right? It was bad. And after that ice storm, when you went to the store, it was lawlessness, man. People was just going in the store and getting what they wanted, walking out. Okay, there wasn't no cashier talking about certain people. There wasn't no ringing nothing up, man. They just came in and got what they want, and then the whole store was totally emptied out. This was gonna happen, okay?
To mentioning that when it gets cold, everything's frozen, man.
Yep.
All the food is frozen. You probably be barely able to open up a can of beans, man, because you frozen and shit. It gets cold. It gets cold in those places, man.
What? A grocery store holds like what? 3 days worth of food supply.
That's it, man.
Right, but once that runs out, the trucks ain't coming.
Nope.
All right, because they ain't gonna be trucks ain't gonna be able to travel. All right, and plus the government's gonna have control of all the food supplies and the road. What comes in and what comes out, and they're not gonna allow no trucks to bring in food. They're just gonna let you people starve out to death, man.
All right. Slocky, but a representation. A thing of that too was Hurricane Katrina. They had to have the helicopters come and bring them sandwiches and all that, because the whole city was underwater. But if the helicopters wasn't there, they wouldn't been eating, man. But that was the Most High being merciful, but it ain't gonna happen this time, man.
Right. And look how long it took for them to come and bring it. You know, a lot of people died. You know, but this time, you know, they doing it on purpose, so you know they're not gonna bring you nothing.
They ain't gonna bring you nothing. And people got reprobate minds, and you know, it's a hog eat hog world. So they don't have the knowledge, wisdom, understanding to preserve themselves, to be responsible and say, you know, they need to go up the whole water. They ain't gonna share amongst their brothers. Shit, if we can have like this much water, we'll happen that shit with our brothers. And then hope and have faith that the Most High bring us some more water. We ain't gonna, but it's like we said, they're gonna be killing each other for that little small bottle of water.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right.
We're not ready for that. We're gonna have no power. There's not gonna be no water flow.
No.
You know, water power will shut it down. And they're thinking about having food that's perishable, eggs, meat in the freezer. You know, stuff that won't last.
That's how they think. You know, that's how Jake thinking as well. Go ahead.
23 says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies." All right, I wonder why. Why are friends gonna fight each other like enemies? All right, one reason, because of the lack of bread. All right, because of the lack of bread, the lack of resources, man. If you know your friend got something and he ain't willing to give it to you, and you got a family, you're willing to do whatever it takes to take care of your family, so you're willing to kill him and take his shit, man. I was watching Doomsday Preppers, and there's one guy, you know, Doomsday Preppers, you know, it's a show where people prep from Doomsday, all right, for whatever they believe what Doomsday is, right? So you have this one Doomsday Prepper that was, has a radio host, and he was telling everyone they should prep, and he had his friends. He said his friends, he told us like, when shit goes haywire, I'm coming to you. Or I'm going for you, man, because I know you're prepared. All right, I'm gonna take me and my family for you. It's like, nah, don't mess with me. You know, because that's why you ain't gonna find me. I'm gonna be bouncing, man. All right, because in that day, people that are prepared, all right, people that are not prepared are gonna go after the ones that are prepared, man. And they don't care how, and it doesn't matter how close or friends or how long you've been together, man, or how long you've known each other. You don't turn like enemies just like that. In the blink of an eye, when all hell breaks loose, man. All right.
Hunger is a great motivator. Okay? Hunger is a great motivator to make you do anything, man. Okay,
and you gotta get to it quick, because you'll get weak. You'll start to get weak without no food.
The thing about it, a lot of people, they can't go a day without eating, man. Like, seriously. They can't
go
go a day
they can't go 30
day.
minutes, an hour
They
without
always gotta
thinking
eat
about
something,
food.
man. Always gotta eat something, because the food that they eating is not really satisfying. It's not real food. It's just processed junk food, man.
Wait a minute, Most High got a sense of humor. They gonna be hungry, but and the food gonna be gone, but they gonna see the McDonald's signs out there.
Yeah.
and the big ass steak sign and shit. So they gonna be even more hungry.
But they gonna be hallucinating, oh, that's real food.
Yeah, they gonna eat it. They gonna eat the paper, climb up on the McDonald's sign, and actually bite the burger and
That's
shit.
what eventually gonna do. They're gonna eat their clothes, eat
Yeah.
whatever, eat their dogs, eat birds and squirrels. Once that shit runs out, it's gonna turn into what? Cannibalism. Alright,
But
people start
hey,
eating each other.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be reality, man, because you don't know.
But
Hunger, if you're not fed, like the brother said, hunger is a great motivator.
Yeah.
For you to even for you to look at your own kids looking like they're a 5-star meal.
Hey, you gonna try to eat those animals? They Most High put a spirit on them to scratch your eyes out and shit. That squirrel and shit. It's gonna be a different kind of squirrel. Go ahead.
Remember how they acted when Popeyes ran out of fried
Oh,
chicken?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
How dumb shit got? Imagine when there's no food around.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
No way.
That's what food around.
Yeah.
You can go across the street and get you another kind of burger or something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Make it yourself.
Yeah, make it
Let me
yourself.
finish this. And at that time shall friends fight against one another like enemies,
So friends ain't friends, really, man. Go ahead.
and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still,
Yep.
and the 3 hours they shall not run.
Go ahead. Savage.
No, that's it.
That's the point, man. Friends are gonna betray friends because the earth is not gonna give it nothing to offer, man.
Yeah, plus friends,
Go ahead.
friends do each other dirty anyway.
Yeah.
You got friends that fuck your girl behind your back.
Yeah.
You won't even know
Yeah.
until years later. You
Yeah.
may find out years later, man. So what happens when all hell breaks loose?
Yeah.
This fucking world.
Yeah.
All right, these friends, they're gonna turn their back against you.
Yeah.
And the scripture speaks of it. Movies show it. All right.
Yeah.
So
And see everybody smiling and thinking it's funny, man. Especially Edom. Edom, he's so vain, he don't think he ever going down.
Right.
You got another thing coming. You gonna be the worst. Most High saving the best for last.
Yeah.
You gonna be the worst. That Edomite old man just gave us the finger back because he gets to go to his heels.
Right.
But when that shit, Most High bring that shit down, you know?
hey, and the kingdom of heaven, that motherfucker ain't gonna have no hands.
You
I'm
ain't
gonna give him a
gonna-
hammer and tell him to build me a tent. You ain't gonna can't build a tent, cut your back open, take your organs out.
Most
I'm
High-
gonna be a harsh slave master, bro.
Most High said, ask of me and I will get a heathen for your inheritance.
Yeah.
The scripture
So
said-
whatever we want to do to these devils, we gonna be able to do, man.
Hey, the scripture says we're gonna meditate terrors, right? We're just sitting on our thrones. I remember this heathen.
Yeah.
I remember this heathen. All right, where this motherfucker at? You know, we're gonna have vengeance.
Because they used
tenfold.
to, in slavery, they used to use us for sport, man. They used to just cut off cut off a foot and just see how far you can hop and shit before you fall down.
Remember Django?
Django?
They was fighting to the death with the hammer.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
He just sitting there in a chair.
Yeah.
And two men fighting for their life with a
jakes.
goddamn hammer, man.
Two jakes.
And they gotta kill each other.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
you can't say, okay, I give. It was to the death, man.
Yeah, and winter got a beer.
And then that installs hatred of Jake hating his own people.
Right.
Because the man that's left alive be like, I can't trust these niggas. You know, and they put him out in the field and he's working and he just done killed his brother. He's just on that rage now.
Hey, in the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna be fighting gorillas, animals.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't got no
Yeah.
weapon.
Oh, they
Just
did
fight
that.
with your bare hands.
They did that to us back then too. Made
Yeah.
us fight lions and
and
tigers.
shit.
See what
Yeah.
these niggas would do if I send a tiger out there.
Yep.
Cause we was strong and they, you know what I'm saying? The gladiators, we was the gladiators. They use us for sport, man. So guess what's gonna happen to them, man? You know? Go
Hey,
ahead.
and
It's
don't
called-
forget, this place is like the Titanic, man. This place is going down.
Belly up.
And that cracker that rolled by and throw his finger up and shit, He like the band that's still playing and shit. They motherfuckers still playing and shit while the ship is going down.
Yep. That's
This
what they
place
are.
is going down, man. It's over for this
It's
place,
over, man.
It's over for these damn Edomites, these so-called white people, man. It's over.
It's over, man.
It's over.
You can start counting your days of goodbye, man.
You better enjoy your little last time,
Yeah.
like Vocab Malone and shit. They're fucking with us and shit, trying to just debunk the truth.
Yeah.
His best off is just go enjoy his life
Yeah.
because he gonna wake up in slavery, man.
And that's why they're trying to debunk it, because they know it's the end. They know Edom, whoever Edom is, which we know he's a so-called white man, they scared as hell to be Edom.
Yep.
Even though they don't believe in they so-called don't believe in the scriptures, but they don't want to be Edom though.
Right. That's why they stole our identity,
Yep.
talking about they the Jews.
Yeah.
Oh, we're Jewish. Yeah,
Yeah.
you Jewish.
Yeah, man.
You're not a Jew. You wish you was a Jew.
You converted to Judaism,
okay?
you know?
That's a nationality, not a religion.
Yeah. Go back in history and learn about Kagan Bullen. He converted them to Judaism that was taught by our people, man. They was in the caves as the Khazars, like they were cave people, man.
Yeah.
Don't ever believe them when they say we all came from this cave-like state of mind, man. How you gonna come from the Most High and He started you as a cave? When he created Adam, He said you shall have dominion.
Right.
Over the fish of the sea and the fowls of the air and over every living creature. How in the hell you gonna be a caveman if you got dominion all over all creatures?
Right.
Man?
That was Esau that was meant to be.
That was
caveman.
Esau the caveman.
You never see them depict caveman being anybody but them.
Commercials, movies.
That was that dust in Genesis.
Yeah.
That's what to the serpent I will give you the dust. You shall eat of the dust.
Yeah.
You know, being a confused state. That caveman like state.
Yeah. And he's trying to get away from that caveman image. So he get our people to clean up his houses and shit. Esau's really a dirty motherfucker. If we wasn't around, it wouldn't be no cleaning. He'd go back to the cave days, man.
Yeah. And that's what happened with the so-called Amalek at the time of Hitler.
Yeah,
They say that Hitler exterminated the Jews or the Holocaust, but that was a quarantine.
Yeah.
Because the Amalek was so dirty, they had a disease called typhus.
Yeah, typhus.
So that was just a giant quarantine.
No, they got lice. No, they got lice,
Was
right?
it? Okay.
The
Lice.
typhus. The disease was typhus.
Oh, I thought that was some gas was called to kill off the lice.
They probably had lice too. Shit, I had read this one thing to where they say when they came over to America that they used to wear all their clothes at one time. Like if they get a new coat, they put the new coat on. They get a new sweater, they put the sweater over that.
Yep.
Okay, they get a new shirt, they put the shirt over that.
Yep.
They wear all their clothes at one time. And then when they die,
It's typhus.
okay, when they die, they say they cut the clothes off of them. And when they cut the clothes off of them, it looked like water was running because there was so many goddamn lice and bugs inside of them. It looked like running water, like water moving.
Hey, even when the women were still alive, they had in they box. They had lice, and they still got that today. A lot of so-called white women got lice in their vagina, man.
And the brother was going into that in the late 1400s. They used to pick the lice out of their crotch and eat it.
Yeah.
See?
Like you said, the clothing too. They wear clothes so long and disintegrated off of their bodies. Man.
That's why when you saw all the videos of clothes, they made them take off their clothes to get rid of the lice. They gave them new clothes after that.
Yeah.
Not prison clothes, but new, freshly clothes.
Yeah, man. So this devil's being found out, man.
He's a base man.
He's a base man.
Base man. I'm talking about super base.
Base.
Man.
Why you think that we'll get back to the scriptures? Why you think that book called "Who Is Edom" or went to from an affordable rate for Jake to thousands and 2,000? Because they don't want that book to come out. Because that book describes them. And if you read about Edom and describe the so-called white man, you don't even have to know. You could be like, this sounds like him. Go ahead. Where and who is he if it's not him? Go ahead.
Right.
I wanted to go into Second Esdras. About the times that's coming. Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 40. O my people, hear my word.
It's talking about Israel, man. Go ahead.
Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils shall even as pilgrims upon the earth.
So don't get too comfortable, man. Don't get too complacent. gotta be willing and ready to lose your house or your apartment. You gotta be willing and ready to lose your car and whatever you have, man. You may have to bug out, get a tent, and live in the woods for a certain period of time. All right, and move around. That's what it means to be His program upon the earth. Program is one that travels. That's what we gotta do. We're not gonna be in our house forever. We're not gonna be in our house and Jacob's trouble is happening all around us. We're just in the house chilling. No, we won't be traveling. We'll be programs. We have to move out of our house. Because what happens if you just stay at one place? Eventually someone's gonna find you, man. Someone's gonna come upon you and try to take your goods. Because the scripture just say, I believe in the same verse, a man shall go to house with swords in hand, looking for goods. Roughly paraphrasing it, man. So you can't just be staying in one spot and all that. You gotta be moving around. You gotta be His programs. You gotta be traveling, man. Just like in road. Alright, that's a good description. That's a good example. He didn't stay in one spot. Even when he found all that food, he could have stayed. He could have stayed and just been chilling. But he got what he got. He got what he can, and he bounced, man.
Right? Book of Eli too.
Yep, book of Eli.
He was reaching a certain destination.
Yep.
You know, and he didn't stop until he got there.
So, yep, we just gotta have to trust in that day the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, because the Lord will guide us on where to go and what to do, when to leave. You may stumble upon food. The spirit's like, all right, stay here for a day, or stay here for a night, or stay here for 2 days, and bounce. Yeah. All right, you just gotta go with the spirit, man.
We was told about Lot get out of that land, and Lot's wife turned back.
And a lot of people, they're not. It says get ready.
Yeah, get ready for thy battle.
Yeah, how do you get ready? With this word, man. That's how you get ready. All right, you get ready, but you get your mind right, man. All right, because these people, they don't know what's the deal. It's gonna be so bad. People are just gonna stay in their house and just for the fear. All right, they're gonna be so afraid they're not gonna want to leave their house, man. You're gonna have like in the road. You see this little girl. She's just in she's just dead. The bones. You just saw the bones. You're gonna come to the house. You're gonna see dead people. You're gonna see people hanging each other and shit.
Eating their last meal.
Yep. It's gonna be crazy, man.
It's gonna be crazy, man.
All right,
see,
so
America ain't really never experienced this.
Nope.
That's why it's the virgin daughter of Babylon.
Virgin daughter of Babylon, because this is fresh box to people. It's really old box. It's really rotted out.
Yeah. But ain't nobody really hit it though.
Yeah, ain't nobody hit it like these other nations been hit. So what's gonna happen? They gonna be surprised. She gonna get raped pretty much. They gonna rape her. They're not gonna just lay down with her. They're gonna rape her.
When the power goes out, all right, a lot of people are starting to panic because a lot of people they rely on the power. They rely on the stores for the truck. They rely on the truckers. They rely on technology. They rely on their phones. When all that shit goes out, all right, whether it's an EMP attack or Esau just shuts down the power altogether, all you people are starting to panic, man. They have no idea how to survive. A lot of you women don't know how to cook. A lot of people don't know how to cook or start a fire or even start a tent. You're just gonna be assed out, man, and not knowing what the fuck to do.
Like we said, things get creepy when it gets dark, man.
Yep.
People start sneaking around and
the
criminals come out, animals come out, criminals,
and not only
thieves. Go ahead.
It's like it. And we're also you're gonna hear a lot of screaming. You're gonna hear a lot of gunshots, like you're at a gun range or some shit. You're gonna hear a lot of torment. You're gonna hear shit that you never heard before, man.
And you ain't gonna help that woman. When she getting raped, you ain't gonna help that woman.
Be about your business.
You're gonna be like, shit, I gotta protect myself. You know how men be like, oh, protect women and shit. Hey, it's so y'all getting on a woman. Shit, they gonna be hiding in that day.
All those men like that are gonna either die in the war, in World War III, or die in the streets, man. They ain't gonna have what's gonna be left is gonna have the real men.
Like you said,
the real.
The mighty men, they ain't gonna have no food, so them muscles are gonna shrink.
Real quick.
Yep.
Like
Real quick.
Book of Eli, gotta stay on the path. We saw that woman getting raped. Stayed on the path.
And we can't. Us as men, we gotta have not only be His program, we gotta have the Holy Spirit. We can't feel bad for what's about to happen to these people. We can't help these people, even if it's a little child asking us for help. We can't do nothing for them, man. We gotta keep it moving.
It says in Scripture, no man shall save him that is destroyed, and no man shall destroy him that is saved.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Somebody getting messed up, that's His judgment.
Yeah.
Every time you check His trouble.
Yeah.
You see somebody getting gunned down, or getting raped, you gotta know back back your mind. Hey, that's a judgment. You gotta push on.
Hey, the Lord may put the spirit on you. To laugh your ass off, bro. Just imagine, you see that shit. The Lord just put the spirit on you to laugh.
Especially these bummed out women, man.
Oh man, we're just gonna laugh at their
Gonna
ass.
laugh at them.
You're gonna laugh at your calamity.
Laugh at your fucking calamities.
And the Lord speak through his prophets. Speak through his men. You know? So the Lord gonna have us bugging out laughing and shit. Just
And best believe, we gonna see them celebrities, man.
Oh yeah.
Because the Most High gonna lift the skirt off them. They gonna be naked in these streets running, trying to get water and shit. They ain't exempt from this shit.
Yeah, we see him now. We see
Drake now.
Drake passed by a couple times.
Yeah.
Past couple weeks.
God.
So we're gonna see, we're gonna see these
We gonna
celebrities.
see these
fucked up
celebrities.
too.
They ain't nobody, man.
Yeah.
So we might see Cardi B getting ready. Like, shit, man, fucking rich. We'll keep rolling, man. Fuck Cardi B, man. Go ahead.
Hey, Salaki, I wanted to add real quick. Like the brother's saying, this is how we get ready to battle, man. The mind. Yeah, Salaki. Scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. You know, that word for stable, it means our faith. I'm the one.
Yeah.
All right? That's what's going to keep us stable.
Word.
This is word,
A
yeah.
lot of people aren't gonna be stable. A lot of people be bugging out, man.
Yeah.
Looking for answers, but they can't come on their phone because the phone ain't useless. The phone is gonna be useless.
God, like the brother's saying, we're going to be laughing while those people are going to be mourning and shit. Like this is in Isaiah.
Because we're gonna have the knowledge of what's going on, man.
Judgment.
We're telling them right now what's going on. We're in the know right now about what's going to happen, man. So we're going to be stable in that sense. You know what I'm
Knowledge
saying?
and wisdom.
Oh shit, that's happening because of this,
Yeah.
and that's happening because of that, man. You know, that's going to keep us stable.
Yeah.
Hey, Salaki, the scriptures say that the wicked understand not judgment, but the righteous understand all things.
Right.
You know,
Evil
all through
man
the spirit.
understand,
Yeah.
And knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times.
And a quick one.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 7:19. Wisdom strengtheneth the wise more than 10 mighty men
Man,
which
so-
are in the city.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what does it say in Zephaniah? What we quoting? That the mighty man is going to be cried out bitterly because they don't have what? Wisdom. They don't know what to do. They be bugging the fuck out. They don't got the scriptures. They've been building up their outward appearance more than they've been building up their inward appearance. We as men, we've been building up our inward appearance, man. Our mind. All right, we've been building up and strengthening and working out our minds for that day. All right, we're preparing our minds for what's to come. You know,
The
like
Lord said he don't look on the outward part of a man. He look on the inside.
that's
of a
what
man,
matters.
You know.
All right, because hey, a lot of these mighty men are not really mighty. They're a bunch of bitches, man.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see you're gonna see the bitch come out of them. All right, when in the day of Jacob's trouble. Okay.
Second Ezra 16 and 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose.
Yeah, you buy a land. You buy that land, you're gonna lose it. All right. You had an example in the Purge movies. You always had them people trying to protect them businesses. Like right now with the rioting and looting, you always have people that are trying to protect their businesses. All right, but when shit gets real, and when shit's not gonna go back to normal, there's gonna be no point for you to protect your business, man.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be useless.
That labor up in vain.
Yeah.
Even in the corona, they boarded up their business because they thought people were going to break in and shit.
Yep.
But yeah, fuck out of here. How you going to board up a disease that's in the air and shit? Go ahead.
How you gonna board up some damn clothes and shit? The motherfuckers need food.
No, here's the thing though. People, they do shit. They take shit because they think things are gonna go back to normal. When the next event happens, all right. When the next event happens, shit ain't gonna go back to normal. You're gonna have all these idiots that are gonna try to loot these TV stores and all these stores with like entertainment shit, clothes, shoes. All right, while you still have the grocery stores that is still open. All right, well you should have been looting food instead of TV because all that shit gonna be fucking useless, man. You ain't gonna be able to rock and show off what you stole and shit. Go ahead.
Verse 42. He that occupieth merchandise as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein.
Hey, we didn't see the work of Jake when he's against him, against his when he's in the back against the wall. You know, Black Friday and shit.
Yeah.
You know, these blackouts, the riots and shit. They real sloppy, man. They don't do shit organized. They run out of shit. They take the wrong shit. You know, they kill each other. They kill each other doing it. How many times Black Friday happens every year, whatever? And somebody dies every Black Friday, man. Some baby gets stomped or something. Jake is just trampled out. So imagine that they sure ain't gonna be on their square when this thing happens, man. It's gonna be extra extreme, man.
Everyone for themselves.
Everyone for themselves. They're not even gonna think right, cause it's like Walter Zuck always say it's gonna go back to ancient world times. They don't know how to survive in those
survive off the land
environments. Yeah, and survive off the land. They got what do you call it? The survival TV shows, like the Hunger Games and all that, and then there's another one.
Yeah, a
lot of them, and that's TV. You got people looking at you, waiting to help you and shit in case you die out. Okay, get her out of there. But this ain't gonna be no fucking TV. When you dying out of there, you dying for real. You ain't got no person on your side waiting. All right, pull them out the movie and shit. You know, this ain't no acting thing, man. Go ahead. Or make believe, I would say. Acting is real. Make believe. Go ahead.
And he that soweth as he shall not reap.
Yeah, you sowing all these things. It says you shall build a vineyard and build all these things, but it's gonna be taken away from you. You should not enjoy it.
The government's gonna come and take
Government's gonna take it. How you gonna build a community
property
and they seize your property? You know, all this land is blood land anyway, man. They built all this on the blood of our people. So how you gonna build a foundation on a graveyard on the blood of your own people, man? This place got to be destroyed by the Most High when He put the Spirit on men to do it.
Right. The blood of the people who shed the blood of our people has to be shed in this land in order to clean this land, man. Okay?
And it's about to be clean.
That's a law.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's about to be clean with the missiles.
Right.
That fire will clean America's ashes.
That's right.
You know?
It's gonna be squeaky clean.
Yep, squeaky clean. It's gonna be so clean you ain't gonna be able to step on this motherfucker no more. Most I said that's done land right there. I clean that to a perfection where you can't even. That's for y'all. That's the border of wickedness. That's for a memorial to y'all.
In Revelation 14 it speaks about the smoke. All the other nations are gonna see it.
Yeah, her welling. They're gonna well because of her burning, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So also he that planted the vineyard,
He that planted a vineyard, go ahead.
as he that shall not gather the grapes.
You ain't gonna be able to gather grapes of there, man. Like we said, the farmers can't even farm, man. You can't grow your own food in this land, man. How you gonna build a community? We'll throw that every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Just let y'all continue to let you know that shit ain't gonna last, man.
All the people that farm, you know, you have a farm, all that shit is gonna be taken by the government.
Yeah.
Esau's gonna take control of all that.
Yeah.
Ain't no power, ain't nothing you can do. You're
Remember
gonna bring in their troops, say, all right, we seizing this property,
Yeah.
we're taking all your crops.
Yeah. Remember the farmers went on strike? The bus people went on strike for unemployment. When people go on strike, it's, hey man, they let you know.
Real soon, the truckers are gonna go on strike.
Truckers gonna go on strike, you know, because America think everything is just here. They get food, they gotta bring the food from over there, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
As he that shall not gather the grapes, they that marry as they that shall have no children.
Why? Because your husband is gonna be drafted in this World War III, like it says in the beginning. In the same chapter, the bridegroom shall mourn having no husbands. The virgins, you know, roughly paraphrasing it. All right, your husbands are gonna be shipped off to this World War III. You're gonna get drafted, or their husbands are gonna die somewhere, man.
Yeah. Our people are getting divided. Their families.
All you people are still marrying. You got people that are still marrying, man, right now.
Yeah.
But you don't know if you're actually gonna come through with that wedding. What would think can happen out of nowhere? Your ass get drafted and shit.
I remember I showed a video and it was like 4 immigrants and they had them lined up because they were what do you call it? They put them in prison and they had families. and they about to separate. They was going to separate their family. They went to prison, and their wives was left behind, and they were crying like women, man.
Oh man.
They was like, they're crying and like on each other's shoulders, man. Like they didn't have no might in their hand. And then they women were talking shit while they was incarcerated. Talking about, nigga, you still gotta pay child support. Could you imagine if you ain't with the Most High, where your masculinity so-called goes after that? You broken down and you got your woman talking shit against you. And you got your children talking shit against you and shit. Go ahead. 44. That's what's coming, man. Go ahead.
And they
so you gonna build it, plant a vineyard, but you shall not reap the grapes thereof. Go ahead.
And they that marry, and they that marry not as the widowers.
Wait, read that part, the verse 44 again.
And they that marry as they that shall get no children.
Yeah, because what you do after marriage, after you find a wife, or after a woman and a man and a woman gets married, what's the next step? Buying a house. What's the next step? Having children, right? But with all hell that's gonna come, you're not gonna be able to have children, man. All right, because like I said, the husband's gonna get drafted, or they're gonna be left out here to die in the streets, man. All right, where women gonna kill each other, kill herself, just like they did in Rhodes. All right.
Yeah, they say woe to them that bear child. You know.
Yeah, if you're not of the elect, or if you're not of the elect, if you're not chosen to get out of here, man, and you have children, you're through. All right, because the elect that have kids, that have children, or going to have children on this side, they're gonna be good. All right, we're gonna be good, man. All right, just know that. This is talking about towards the wicked, not towards us, not towards the righteous.
That's why the Lord said, warn them for me.
Yep. Go ahead.
They that marry not as the widowers, 45, and therefore they that labor in vain.
Yeah, there'll be no point try to go to work in that day. You're gonna have people that are still gonna try to go to work, I bet. Especially Ishkar's ass, trying to go to work. You know? But there ain't gonna be no point. You ain't gonna labor, man. You ain't gonna get paid for what you did. There ain't gonna be no job for you to do. Because right now you're still able to work. Right? You're still able to work and get paid. Real soon all the jobs are gonna be cut off. Real soon, all the jobs.
How many went on in unemployment?
Millions.
Millions.
We're filing for unemployment. You got a lot of people that are struggling right now, that are struggling, are having a hard time how they gonna pay their bills, all right? How they gonna pay their rent? They going through a lot of stress. Water and power, they can't pay their water and power. A lot of people are going through it right now, man. It's just gonna get worse, and it's gonna be everybody. When the economy collapses, you still got these rich people that are doing good, but real soon, these rich people are starting to feel it, man. When the U.S. economy collapses, when that dollar is worthless, man.
I was reading an article before I got here, and it was going into how that due to the global warming and the fires, they're going to tighten up on the economy. It's going to tighten up.
Yep.
Hey, the rich depends on the poor. You know, for them to get their money. That's how they get their money from the poor.
Yeah, that's how they get their money. And they gamble with the poor's money. And they put it in these stock markets and shit. When the stock market crashes, they affected by that shit.
Yeah, because what Peter Schaff, he's an economist. I like to read his articles that he puts on RT. He always says that the U.S. economy is in a bubble, all right? And a bubble, anything can pop a bubble, right? Yeah. So he's basically saying that anything can cause the U.S. economy to collapse, all right? And the U.S. economy, what happened?
And you got all these things coming at once.
Oh, yep.
They showed you that in Trading Places, man. They used Eddie Murphy. He was poor and broke. And then they used him against Dan Aykroyd, which had a job. He was stable, you know. And then they bet it for $1. But in that Trading Places, it was a stock market that they was gambling with poor Jake's money, man. And then they came down, and he was like, "Oh, turn back on the lights." But they couldn't get it back rolling, man.
Turn the machines back on.
Turn the machines back on.
That's how Esau gonna be.
Yep. That's how it's gonna be. That represented the elites, man.
Yep.
And you know what? Dan Aykroyd represented them divided against themselves, man.
Yep.
And then Eddie Murphy, well, you know, he came up, you know.
Yeah. But then you remember in Coming to America,
they came back.
He came back up, but it ain't gonna happen. you're not gonna come back up. Jake ain't gonna come back and give you money and shit.
Yeah.
So you can come back and rule over.
Nah, it's over, man.
It's over.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Zephaniah 1:14, the day of the Lord, all right?
Yep.
It says, the great day of the Lord is near.
Yeah, it's near. It's not 20 years from now. It's not 30 years. It's not in another generation. It's near. We can't give you a date or time because we don't know the date or time. But we know that it's near based off what's happening.
Yep.
All right, all the signs, all the things that have been happening just off 2020 alone.
Yep.
All right, we know that we're getting very, very close to the great day of the Lord. All right, it's not going to be peaches and creams and clouds and shit. It's going to be a lot of death and bloodshed. All right, go ahead.
It says, it is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man, shall cry there bitterly.
So when that day comes, when the day of the Lord releases his wrath, when he releases the plagues, when he brings the sword, that famine, the pestilence, the civil unrest, the race wars, and all that, it's gonna be all these men, these mighty men, these soldiers, these MMA fighters, these people that think they tough, they're gonna cry like a bitch in that day, man. Literally, they're gonna cry like a woman. You can get that. You can read that in Isaiah 19. It says that the men shall cry like women, man. So you can have men that are gonna act like women in those days, man. You're not women that can need a comfort and some protection. They ain't gonna have no protection, even if they have a man, because their man is scared like a woman, man. Cuddling up in the corner, scared to go out, man, afraid. All right, a lot of these going back to the relationships. A lot of these relationships, you have certain instances where a man's supposed to protect a woman, but a man's all, you ever see a woman, he put the woman in front of the man, all scared and shit. You see that now. You see, like, I was watching this prank of this prisoner got out, and he was scaring the shit out of this couple. The guy just grabbed his girlfriend and threw it at the prisoner. He fucking ran away. That's not a man that you want to be with in that day. Alright? Because when the scripture says that a man shall be more precious than fine gold, it's not talking about a regular man. It's talking about the men of the Lord. Alright? Because a lot of these men are going to cry like, a lot of these men, these mighty men, are going to cry like women, man. Alright? These football players, tall, tough guys, they're going to cry like women, man.
Like the apostle said, the real high value man is a man of Israel, of the elect. That's the high value man. Go ahead.
Exactly. Not what's his name? Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, Kevin Samuels.
Not him.
Not him.
He act all effeminate to me, right?
He be dissing them, but he
feminine. About me talking about women. Yeah, he dissed the women and stuff, but his spirit himself. He a proud, effeminate. He got an effeminate spirit on him.
Well, that's what happens when you enjoy the riches of this.
Yeah.
Then you get a feminine like Esau and shit.
What's that quote? Apostle Tar made a video about this. A good man.
I remember.
Hard men create good times.
Hard
times create
hard men.
Hard men.
Good times create soft.
Something like that. Something like that.
That's the gist of it.
Well, you have a lot of men that have become weak, man. They're living off the benefits of their forefathers, and they're just weak. Weak man, just like that one dude. And that show, Cobra Kai, that son.
Oh, okay.
That dude, little fucking little fat kid, bro. Expected everything to come to him.
Hey, but they made him. They made Jake weak like that, man. Okay? Because when I was growing up, okay, men were men.